Hi, it's Rachel from Caramel and Cream. Today I'm going to show you a quick project which is using this beautiful dragonfly from the Dragonfly Dreams stamp set. I've also used the Blooms and Bliss Designer series paper for the background and picked out some of the colours for the ink, which is Island Indigo and Mint Macaron. Okay, so we're starting off with a base card which is 6x4 once it's scored. But you obviously can use any size card and then just cut down your DSP to match whichever size you've made. And I'm using this DSP again, which is from the Blooms and Bliss, and I've cut it down so it's just 1/8 of an inch smaller than the front of my base, so it just gives you a tiny little frame of white, and it's actually the opposite side to what I used on the first card. So just the same paper, just the opposite side. So you need a piece of that. You also need a piece of Whisper White paper, and you need that to be 3¼ by 3¼ That's what we're going to stamp our main image on. And then I've used some Island Indigo, which I've cut to 3½ by 3½ inches, which again we're just going to layer up just to give it a little bit more interest. So we'll start off first by stamping onto our Whisper White piece. First I'm going to use the Gorgeous Scrunch set. This one I absolutely love, and I know I use it a lot in some of my projects, but it's just one that I will never stop using. I really just love the background and the splatter images that it gives. So we're using this one first. So let's mount that up. Sorry, leaning over. There we go. And we're going to use the ink Mint Macaron, which is one of the colours in that Blooms and Bliss Designer series paper. So just inking it up first, and then we're just going to go randomly all over, but I'm not going to re-ink again. I'm just literally using the ink the first time. So into the middle, and then just move it around until you've got sort of splodges all over your card. But can you see how it's faded as we've gone around? And that's the way you want it to look. So that's all you need the Mint Macaron for. And next we're just going to move that to the side, and on a piece of scrap Whisper White we're just going to ink our dragonfly. This one is from the Dragonfly Dreams, and we're using this image here, which is the lovely veins in the leaves, in the wings. I'm using Island Indigo. So just make sure that's nicely inked up, and because it's photopolymer I've just got a little foam pad underneath, just so that it gives a nice impression. And you can just put this anywhere because you're just going to use the big shot to cut this out, so you've got a nice crisp image. Okay, now I'm just going to use the big shot to cut that out. I'll show you how I layer it up, but I do have my big shot off camera, but I will show you how I layer it. First, using the magnetic platform, which is great for the thinlets because obviously it's magnetic and it sticks so it doesn't move. Then one of my normal cutting pads, which will be followed by the image, and then the framelit on the top, and then this in the final place, and run it through the big shot. So just bear with me one moment while I just do that. I should have really prepped one of these so that it was quicker. And these are the thinlets that match. Okay, these ones you can use just on cardstock and it cuts out sort of the veined image for you. But we're using this one here which goes around the stamped image. And I'm just lining that up on top of my stamped image, making a sandwich. And then I've run it through, and you can see that it's not moved, the magnetic parts held it into place, and then it just pops away like so. And then you have this gorgeous cut out butterfly. No fussy cutting, it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant idea. Okay, so just pop those back down there a moment. I'm going to put this back in here so I don't lose any pieces. Okay, so let's start just layering up our card. So firstly, have your base card and we're going to put our DSP over the top. You can use snail or fuse for this. I like to use Tombow. Oops, that's come out a bit quick, it's a new one. Tombow, as you can probably gather if you've watched a lot of my videos. Just I like the wiggle room and the fact that you can line it up better. So all around the edge and then just a smidge through the middle just to secure it. And we're just going to lay this on the top. Just leaving that little edge of white showing around. Hopefully equally around all sides if you've lined it up well enough. Okay, just push that down. Just make sure actually, with the glue oozing out, make sure that if you use Miss DSP, I think these look like little hearts, so just make sure you have them facing the way you want it to go. I did one and I had it on and I thought it looked like upside down hearts and I wasn't as keen, so just make sure you have it the right way. Okay, the next part we're going to layer our splattered image onto our Island Indigo again, using a touch of Tombow. I'm sorry about my shadows today, it's such a dull day, it's actually raining outside. We've had gorgeous sunny weather for the last few days and then the day I decide to film, well, it's just horrible. So I have got a few issues with lighting. If anyone's got any good tips actually on how to fix that, please let me know. I have overhead lights, I've got a lamp at the side, but just nothing seems to work fully for me. Okay, so we have that over there. And before we attach the dragonfly, we're just going to fix this onto our base card. I just think layering up just gives it a nice image and depth to your cards and projects. So taking it towards, sliding all over, towards the top of your card, but central widthways, and then you're leaving enough room in the bottom for your sentiment. Now, hopefully that's lined up. Okay. I'm just going to use a couple of dimensionals just on the back of the wings of the dragonfly. And then he's just going to sit at a bit of an angle. There we go. Okay, on my other card, just to do the body of the dragonfly and a couple of little speckles, I used the clear gems. I've actually none of these left, so I'm just going to use the basic pearl jewels, which will have a similar effect. So I'm just going to take the smaller ones. Oops, I just want to lift off. And just pop a couple around the dragonfly. Just randomly, and one more at the bottom. And then these are in a row. So actually, I used 3 on the last one, but being as we've got 4, let's go with 4. And these can just pop down the centre of the dragonfly. I've got glue on that finger, so everything's sticking to it. I'll just try and line those up without leaving my finger behind. There we go, and just push down. Lovely. And then lastly, for the sentiment, again just using our little scrap of white, Island Indigo, and the sentiment I'm using, if I can find the stamp set, is from, everything dropping off, the Circle of Spring set. I like these because they just fit lovely into the little 1-inch punches. So we're going to use the Happy Birthday to You, which I've already mounted up. Using our Island Indigo just to match in with everything that we've been doing. And don't worry about the little bit there on my pad because you are going to use a punch, or the 1-inch punch, which just sits nicely around the sentiment. And then using piece of the Island Indigo and the 1.5 inch punch, sorry, 1.25 inch punch. Just popping out one of those, so that these will just layer up nicely on top of each other. Just going to use the dimensional into the middle of this one. Into the centre. And then a splodge of Tombow onto the back. You could use another dimension if you wanted, but with the postage, when you're posting them, if you have too much steps, you find that they end up having, everything has to go as a large letter, so I find just using one allows you to still pop them in the post relatively easy. And just into the bottom corner there. And that's it, a really quick and easy card. Using the same DSP, totally different looks. Which one do you prefer? I think I like this one because it brings in the mint macaron better. If you'd like to order any of the Stampin' Up products, you can pop over to my online blog page, and there's a shop there 24/7 where you can shop online. If you'd like one of the new catalogues, which has just been launched to us demonstrators and will be ready for you customers soon, please drop me an email as well. You can do that through my blog page and I'll get one in the post to you. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.